Hello to all my students in second grade. For this cycle 3, I'm going to send you this video to so you can work at home the topics for this cycle. Okay. For this class, we are going to work in something beautiful that is called algorithm. An algorithm is a process with very detailed steps to solve a problem or to make something specific. We always start the algorithm in one point and we need to finish it in another point. And you go through a specific way marked by specific steps with the specific processes. I'm going to explain you how are you going to do that. My example here is to make a juice. My recipe is a juice. So let's take a quick view to the shapes that we are going to use. We are going to do it in PowerPoint. To the beginning and end, we're going to use this rectangle with rounded corners. This shape for the data input. I'm going to explain in a minute what is that. The processes with this rectangle, a result with this shape, and maybe we need to make a decision in some point. We're going to explain it directly on this example. Okay, I did it in PowerPoint, so let's start it. Beginning, okay. We have the connectors. Okay, the connectors are the arrows. So the arrows are indicating to us the flow. This is a flow chart in an algorithm. Flow chart. Okay. So beginning, this data input in our recipe means that we are going to use it for ingredients and materials. So fruit, blender cup cover, cutting tool, cutting board, water, sugar or stevia, glass, spoon, strainer. You have to be very detailed in your recipe. Okay. Then we need to start with the process. The process here start with a rectangle. Look at this. And step number 1, wash the fruit with water. Okay, very specific, guys. It's very important to be very detailed. Put the fruit on the cutting board and cut it in little pieces. Okay, cutting board. Put the pieces of the fruit into the blender cup. Okay, very detailed. Put water and sugar or stevia into the blender cup. Okay. Maybe we can talk about here at this point. Maybe we need to put an additional step like make sure that you put the blender cup covered, for example. Here we have a question. Is the blender plugged to the electrical power? If the answer is yes, okay, we can turn on the blender. But if the answer is no, we need to make another process, an additional process to fix the problem. In this case, plug the blender to the electrical power. So we are sure now that we can turn on the blender. Of course, if we turn on the blender, we need to turn it off. Okay. The next step, put the juice into a vessel. Vessel in Spanish is recipiente. By using the strainer, colador. Use the spoon to make sure that the strain is complete. At home, I'm sure you can see your parents making the strain process by using a spoon. That is great to get all the juice. And this is the result. Serve the juice in a glass. Okay. Maybe you can put another process. For example, put ice. Okay. That depends on your recipe. This is the end. As we saw, we start in some point and finish it in another point. Okay, how to do it on PowerPoint? You don't need design ideas. The idea, you can select these borders. You don't need them. These shapes, and you can delete it. Here and at home, you can find these shapes. Maybe you can find the shapes here, but it's better if you can do it here directly on the flow chart. For example, to get the beginning. I'm sorry guys, this is the sound for the St. Valentine's Day here. So, beginning, okay. You need to complete, for example, this shape, the flow for the flow, okay, beginning. You need the input data to put all your ingredients and materials. You're going to put it here. And look at this. If you can change the colors here on this shape format, you can change the color if you want it, okay? The borders too. But if you want to add new shapes, you go back to home and use the shapes again here, okay? For example, for a process. You can add new slides, okay? For example, I'm going to bring this shape here to make the process in a new um, in a new slide, and you need to make sure that you can put the arrows to indicate the flow. Okay, guys. So this is the idea. Please make a very detailed steps of your recipe, and good luck with this work. Okay, good luck to everyone. I hope to see you here again soon. Bye bye, guys.